Hello and welcome back. Today is day 7 of this experimental vlog series that I set out to do 7 days ago. And my goals for this experiment was just to train myself to get on camera and hit that record button on a set schedule so I can do it just every day, train myself, get into that rhythm and that habit of hitting the record button, saying something on camera and being present. And I didn't know what was going to become of it. I didn't know if I was going to get any better or not. And the reason why that I wanted to do this experiment was because my normal type of content here on YouTube is to create podcast videos where I share my amigurumi makes, or actually any crafty makes. I talk about my thought process, any tips and tricks and mistakes and errors that I might find in a pattern, things of that nature. That's my normal type of content. But all the while making that type of content, I still struggle to be consistent here on YouTube. So if you've been following me here, you would know that I would be kind of normal schedule, and then all of a sudden I'd break off and it would be crickets and you wouldn't see me for a month or so. And then you'd see me pop on and then I might be gone again. And then this last time I had been gone for almost 6 months. So much so that I got demonetized. And YouTube basically booted me out. And I was like, oh no, I gotta start all over and start from scratch. And it was a lot of work. I mean, doing this YouTube thing is a lot of work. There's a lot of learning involved, and it's such a steep learning curve for me, at least the technical side. There's so many aspects. You've got to learn to be comfortable on camera. You've got to be not necessarily tech savvy, but you've got to learn technical skills in order to, make these videos. But there's so much involved in creating a YouTube channel. And when I got booted out, it was kind of sort of like a wake-up call, like, do I really want to do this or not? And I've really been enjoying sharing my passion here with all of you and just being a part of a community. So I didn't want to let that go. So I wanted to get back, but I still struggled with consistency. And so I asked myself, well, what is it going to take for me to be consistent? What is it that's stopping me from getting on camera? And I didn't know, to be honest. I really didn't know. I just knew that I had some kind of anxiety, something that's stopping me from coming on a daily basis and hitting that record button. I'd get up in the morning thinking, I really should do that video. It's been a while. Time's a ticking, and then the day's gone, and I'm like, well, it's too late. And I'd have that excuse. Well, it's too late. The sun's gone. It's terrible lighting for video recording, so I shouldn't do it. And then the next day would come. And then same thing, just excuses left and right as to why I don't want to, I'm not in the mood, or, it just doesn't happen. So then one day I just thought, I really need to do something if I really want to do this YouTube channel. So then I thought, I've been watching a lot of these vlog videos from other content creators, and I've been really enjoying them. There are some that are aesthetic, some that are calming, some that are cozy, and it's just been in the background while I'm crocheting and doing my thing. And I'm like, well, I've been wanting to try that type of content, so I'm gonna try and give it a try, because those types of content I feel like is more on a casual level and not so uptight as far as production. So I thought, okay, well, let me try vlog with a casual feel where I don't have to be so strict with my editing. And then there was this mental battle where I was like, oftentimes I'm always conscientious and worried about my background and keeping it clean. And I'm like, well, part of casual is, being authentic and leaving things in the background as it is. So I've found that balance, and I tidied up just a little bit, enough where it's, not embarrassing for myself or my family members. And still realistic where it's like, yeah, I have things in the background that could be tidy, but it is what it is. I discovered while filming this vlog series that there are things that I have control over, like being mindful of my background. I don't have to be such a stickler about everything being so uptight and tidy and perfect. I can just keep it manageable and keep it simple and just hit the record button and still be present. And while I was filming on a daily basis, I kind of found myself. I found my voice. I might not speak quickly. I kind of have to stop and think for my words, my next words, and I'll have a lot of pauses, and I'll have a lot of ums and ahs and fillers and things, but I feel like what I have to share with you is, it's like hanging out with a friend, and sometimes I have things that are of help to some of you, especially beginners, and I'm not afraid of sharing my knowledge and my skills and just my expertise with anybody who's willing to learn from me. And that's what I'm here for, is to share my passion with others who are willing to hear me out. But all the while, I should be having some fun, and I shouldn't have so much anxiety. I should embrace the process, and that's part of what this vlog experience was about as well. And I think I found a little bit of joy in this. I found epidemic sound. I've been really enjoying and immersing myself in the music and the feeling that it gives me, and I feel like many of you have also been enjoying the music as well. And I think I've achieved what I've set out to do, which is find that part in me where I can just hit the record button, come on camera, and be present. So my next podcast video, my mentality right now, I'm like rearing to go. There's no fear of hitting that record button and doing what I need to do, because I've already got not so much a strict script. It's more like an outline of bullet points of things that I want to say. And once I read that bullet point, my mouth just starts going. Put the Amigurumi in my hand, and I got things to say. I've got things to share and show, and it's not a problem. And also, when I was doing the podcasting, again, I was struggling to hit that record button. But then there was this click, and I was talking to Miko, and as I was talking to her, I said, what if I just start recording the middle portion? Because I don't have a problem with talking about the Amigurumi, the middle section, the heart and meat of the video. And then I'll do the intros and the outros afterwards. That's the hardest part. But if I get through the easy part first and just get that out of the way, maybe it'll be easier. And sure enough, I recorded the middle section, and by that time I was in ramble mode. I was like, I got this, and I was happy, and I was in my element. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's my intro, and boom, there's my outro. And I was like, well, that was interesting. So it was like, okay, so now I know I need to record the meat first so I can get warmed up to the camera, feel good, and get in that happy moment, and then the intro and the outro will come, and it does. But then it was like, when a new day comes and it's time for filming, I'm just kind of like a drab. I don't feel like hitting that record button. I don't feel like being on camera today. Yeah, I love talking about my Amigurumi, but it's like putting on your shoes and getting ready for the gym. It's that beginning part. If you can get that part, and once you get there, it's smooth sailing. And that was the hardest part, was hitting that record button, being present and seeing something on camera. That was the hardest part. I don't know why. And I think it's all mental. But doing this vlog thing has definitely trained myself to hit that record button on a daily basis, being present, not knowing what to say, but I managed. I had something to say, I had something to show, even as boring or mundane that thing might be, I managed. And you guys seem to enjoy nevertheless, and you're cheering me on, and I really appreciate it. And I thank you so much. It's only been 7 days, but I've accomplished my goal. I thought it would take a whole month, but in a matter of, I would say, 4 days, I was feeling pretty good already. I was like, I can totally do this. I think I can do this. So I think moving forward, I do want to continue this vlog style of filming, but I definitely cannot upkeep this daily schedule. Absolutely not. It was fun, but it was so much work as well. And the turnaround time on a day-to-day basis to edit and record, edit, and post it was overwhelming. But I think on a more manageable level, it might be on a weekly basis or even on a every other week basis. And also, I definitely do intend on keeping my podcast, because that's going to be the meat and potatoes of my my channel, and I do want to do some more tutorials, but I don't feel like the tutorials or some of the other content is doing as well, or you guys aren't as interested, so I haven't been doing tutorials as much, but there seems to be some interest in curiosity in how I do my color changes and striping, and I'm excited about talking about that topic and sharing it with you. So for those of you who are interested, you know, I do plan on making that video hopefully sooner rather than later, and hopefully it's not like a year later, which is what old Gayle was like. But yeah, I hope to see you on camera very soon, and not in the next 6 months. So thank you so much for those of you who have joined me during this journey, and albeit it was only 7 days, but it was definitely a learning experience for me, and getting to know me better as a person and as a content creator, and realizing the things that I'm capable of and the things that I can do, things that I never thought that I would ever do in my life. Showing my face on camera was a big decision for me. I mean, you can be here on YouTube and make a faceless channel. And at the time that I started this channel, I was seeing a therapist, and she encouraged me to start the channel. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna start the channel. And so she gave me that challenge. She says, your homework is to record a video, whether it's on YouTube or not, whether you post it or not, that's up to you. But she gave me a homework assignment, and that was just to record myself on camera and hit that record button. And I did it, and I decided to post it on YouTube, and that's when my channel started. And she was so proud of me. She says, you know, the challenge was for you to just hit the record button and be on camera, but I didn't say that you needed to show your face. So she was surprised that I put my face on camera, but not only that, she was extra surprised that I even posted it on YouTube. And it was such a big accomplishment for me as an individual, as a person, because I have some social anxiety and things of that nature. And for me to be on camera showing myself, it's quite an accomplishment for me, I will say. I mean, in real life, my friends and family know how I am, and that's my inner circle. I'm very happy-go-lucky and outgoing. I'm bursting with energy, bursting with joy and personality, and very animated. But when I'm meeting new people, I'm very reserved. Like, this is how I am. So this is me getting to know you. We're still in the dating phase, and I'm still coming out of my shell. Every now and then you'll see a little glimpse of me coming out, and that's usually when the volume's like super high and I'm laughing super loud. But yeah, me being on camera, it's a challenge for me, but I think I can do it, and I'm gonna do it because I believe that I can. And I'm so glad and so happy that I did this experiment. And yeah, I hope to see you around in my vlogs and in my podcast videos and whatever other type of content I might create out there. And I'm really happy and blessed to have you join me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you around. Bye.
How many smiles does it take to be happy? How many times do you have to feel lonely before you get the chance to meet someone, before you get to meet someone like you?